I was offered the Aberdeen job when Alan McLeod left to manage Scotland, but then I said that I was trying to build something into another Aberdeen. It wasn't until I came to Pittodrie that I realised it was impossible to make St Mirren or any other club another Aberdeen. Aberdeen is special, it's got greatness. My first season at Pittodrie was terrible for me. It couldn't end soon enough. But then I decided to stop worrying about my predecessors and their past records and all the rest of it and be myself. I'd inherited a good team and I built considerable in that. There were changes, but whatever a newly appointed manager might say when he arrives about no changes and the like, there has to be.
When he first came to Pittodrie, we had a few run-ins at half-time, simply because it was very emotional for him. He came in at half-time and he started going through all the players, and when it came to me, I reacted a wee bit like himself. But I think we've got used to each other now, and he still reacts quite violently when we're not doing well. But in the same token, if we're doing well, he comes in and he has a nice wee chat to you and everything's nice and civilised. But if we go and we're 2-1 down, then he's not too happy, and it does get a bit boisterous.
I've only bought 10 players during my 7 years at Aberdeen, and I've sold 25. By any stretch of the imagination, that's not bad in a club this size.
Good try, Sid. Sid, don't be afraid to use the player in the byline. Run at him and you can still look for your pass.
I'm a firm believer in a youth policy. If they're good enough, they're old enough, no matter what the age. John Hewitt made his debut at 16. Neil Cooper made his in the European Cup against Liverpool at 16. Eric Black was 17. I say to the young players when they arrive at Pittodrie, think of McLeish and Miller, Leighton, McMaster, Cooper, Simpson, Black, all produced by the club and all internationalists. It's magnificent.
He's known as a good motivator, and there's no doubt about that. That's definitely a strong part of his job. I mean, his knowledge of the game is great, but his motivation is tremendous.
In and away. OK, protect the end. Next second ball. In you come, John! Well done, Sid! Have a hit, Frank!
I tell the parents of young players, look, I'm not guaranteed that I'll make them world beaters like Strachan or McLeish or their like. But what I will do will be worthwhile. We'll try to give them good disciplines. We'll try to encourage ambition and foster their hope.
He gives players good habits. From an early age, young players will learn good habits that will carry on through the rest of their career. I know that I'm at Manchester United just now, and I hope I've learned a lot of good things from him.
I see good discipline in Dundee United because I know the manager down there thinks as I do. The player's got to be made to keep his feet in the ground.
Discipline is vitally important in any sphere of life, I think. But I also think that it's a wee bit difficult at times with the youth that's coming into the game and the attitudes of some of the younger players to keep their feet on the ground.
Success changes some of them, the media changes them, and agents and all the other hanger-ons, unless we can instill reality into their thinking.
I remember once there was a young boy at Pittodrie. I'll leave his name out because he might get embarrassed. But the boss had put a ban on anybody getting their hair permed. This lad took it a bit lightly, so he went and got his hair permed. The boss seen it next again day and made him wear a balaclava at training until he got his hair cut. He looked like something from the SAS.
They might think I'm a pure bandit. There's other words they use, I'm sure, but I'm not interested.
The future as a manager, I'll always be rosy for him because he's a man that wants to learn all the time. No matter where he goes, if he goes to a bad club, he'll make them good. If he goes to a good club, he'll make them great. That's not to say that he'll leave Aberdeen. I don't know if he'll want to leave Aberdeen. I've got a sneaking feeling that he wants to win the European Cup here before he does anything else in his future as a manager. The squad he's got, the determination he's got, he'll do it.
Winning the big trophies has given me a great sense of satisfaction and justified all the late-night trips to Glasgow and wherever to watch matches. Just as satisfying is the satisfaction of seeing people like Teddy Scott enjoying a bit of success. People have served the club for 40 years.
His future potential, I mean, that's unlimited, really. I mean, he could do anything, I think, that he puts his mind to. I don't know, really. The sky's the limit, I think.
He can handle players. He's good at man management. He's good in the tactical side. He's good with the press. So I think whatever he wants to turn his hand to, whatever job he thinks will suit him better in the future, I'm sure he'll do very well.
It's very difficult at his age to make up your mind, particularly when you have a family. But I think that he will eventually go overseas and develop something in some of the, as we call the European games. But it would be a tremendous loss to Scotland if he did that.
I will say all the same, he's got to have the day-to-day involvement. He's got to have being involved with players all the time, daily. So I may be crossing bridges here before they appear, but I still think that Alex Ferguson and Aberdeen are very lucky to have each other.
I don't think any of us in the game grudge Alex Ferguson the success that he's had in the game. I would hope that, if possible, he would move to the likes of England if he's going to stay in the game, or somewhere in Europe.